What's happening? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Buy for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. This week, it's a little iPhone 6, Apple and Beats, and a Black Mamba in Cupertino. No joke. All right, let's get to the show. And the latest iPhone rumor making noise from 9 to 5 Mac claims Apple may be making a jump to a sharper 1704 by 960 resolution from the 5S's 1136 by 640. That would be compatible with future iPhone models. Now, on the rumored 4.7-inch phone, that would result in a display with a 416 pixel per inch resolution with the same 16:9 ratio as the iPhone 5S, 5C, and 5, while the larger 5.5-inch iPhone at that same resolution would carry a 356 ppi that would still fall under Apple's definition of a Retina resolution. Now, with these larger new screens in play, if Apple is keeping the phone at its current resolution, it would drop below the Retina criteria, and it's important to keep them compatible with current apps and make the transition easy on developers. Now, the report also says Cupertino has been testing phones at this resolution, but it's still not known for sure if this will be the final one that Apple sticks with. All right, we've seen plenty of mock-ups of the 4.7-inch iPhone these days, but the first comparison shots of a physical mock-up of the 5.5-inch screen iPhone appeared on Rocket News 24 based on the Mac fan leaked design drawings. And I'm sorry, that thing looks so huge and big, even if it's skinny. Now, I'm down with the 4.7-inch screen, but I don't want anything to do with that phablet thingy. All right, and if you're looking for any credible signs when the next iPhone is dropping, German website iPhone says Apple is looking to restrict vacation days for its German retail employees this September, ahead of the likely launch for the iPhone 6 and more. This has been an established policy over the past few years, and last year, Apple restricted vacation time during the last 2 weeks of September for the 5S and 5C. Now, I'd like to apologize to the Apple employees who might not be able to celebrate Mexican Independence Day on September the 16th. Elephant Appreciation Day on the 22nd, or my personally culturally relevant Confucius Day. Let's see what we got here, guys. You have an ambitious nature and may make a name for yourself. Right here. Thanks, Confucius. Now, we told you about a Black Mamba sighting, and we weren't lying. The world's deadliest basketball player, Kobe Bryant, aka the Black Mamba, was spotted inside Apple's Cupertino campus with his wife, and according to reports, Kobe met up with Johnny Ive with the meeting centered around upcoming products. Now, why is this important? Well, one, because Kobe and Apple are two of my favorite things, and two, Kobe and Apple are two of my favorite things. But think about it. Right now, Kobe knows more than almost anyone does. And maybe the Black Mamba will be part of Apple's new wearable campaign, doing this. And he did that to my Warriors, my Dubs. All right, in iOS 8 news, reports say Apple is likely to bring split screen functionality for specific apps to Apple's iPad in iOS 8. Yes, please. The feature will allow users to run and interact with two iPad apps at once, taking a page from Microsoft Surface. Now, this concept video from Sam Beckett gives you a rough idea of how it could be executed, and it allows specific apps to interact with each other more easily. Now, this new feature, along with the new HealthBook application, updated maps, and more, are expected at WWDC during the June 2nd keynote, but they could also be pushed out in a later iOS 8.1 update. Now, you've heard about the rumored deal where Apple is buying Beats for $3.2 billion, and it's expected to be finalized next week, according to Recode. Dr. Dre pretty much confirmed it with Tyrese in this video clip.
They need to update the Forbes list. Just changed.
In a big way.
Oh my!
Understand that. Oh my! The first billionaire in hip hop, right here from the West Coast. Believe it.
Ugh. There were a lot of and in that video, and come on, guys, this is a children's show. Now, Beats co-founders Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine are expected to take on senior roles at Apple once the deal is done, and everyone has their own ideas if this is a good deal or a bad deal, and that's going to really play itself out over time. But this is how Apple might be looking at it. Beats sells over $1 billion in headphones every year at high margins, and that's a good thing, but this isn't just about headphones. Apple's been criticized for not having a music subscription service, and yes, Beats didn't really create the most popular one. In fact, reports claim they only have about 110,000 active users, and that's nothing compared to Spotify's roughly 10 million paying subscribers worldwide. But Beats has secured the licensing deals, and all Apple has to do really is roll this into their own subscription service. But lastly, Apple really hasn't had a creative artistic mind since SJ passed away, and Dre and Iovine can bring some of that unique music mojo to the table that no one else on their staff has in its leadership roles. Plus, it's big bucks, it's a big deal, but one thing we do know is that an apple a day still keeps the doctor away.
You know I'm mobbing with the D-O-double-G, straight off them killer streets of CPT.
Unless it's offering $3.2 billion. And it's official, Flappy Bird is coming back in August, according to creator Dong Nguyen during a CNBC interview. He said the new version of Flappy Bird will be a multiplayer game that is less addictive. Dong, that's the worst idea ever. Less addictive? Bad apple. Then Dong dropped a sneak peek at his new game with this screenshot. He said he's making a new game so people can forget about Flappy Bird for a while. And again, the worst idea ever. Dong, you're killing me. But come on, I've got nothing but love for someone who made a game that rakes in over $50,000 a day. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week's show. Keep sending me your emails to the applebite@cnet.com or tweet me. Tweet. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Brian Tong, and we'll catch you all next week for another bite of the apple.